Right. What's good, world? We back, baby.
Yo.
We are back, baby.
What up? Did I turn my mic off? No, don't go off.
No, you good. Yeah.
Okay. Am I sounding
I just turned the speakers down.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
It's been getting some feedback lately. I ain't got time.
All right.
But this is the Icons podcast, man.
Yeah.
Episode 16.
16.
Yeah. This is the OG StreamSpace podcast too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a
It's
few,
our
but this is
original
the original podcast
Okay.
right here.
I like it.
We got a special guest. And it ain't me, and it ain't Justin.
Y'all already know us.
You already know us. Man, we got Deon Stubbs in the building.
What up, though?
I know you hear the applause. It's loud.
Yeah,
This man
what
been
up?
in the streets.
Yeah, what up, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
Appreciate
man.
you coming.
Yeah,
This
man.
is dope, man. I've been watching y'all shows,
Mhm.
watching y'all guests y'all got up here, man. Y'all really doing
Yeah.
y'all doing the world justice, man.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate it.
Same to you, man.
Yeah.
From one busy man to another busy man.
You're a very busy man, for real. Like,
Yeah.
I
When
try
we
to
met
be.
you was working.
mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
When you
yeah.
meet somebody working and you get that first impression, you don't
Mhm.
ever like separate from that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, man. I try to stay in the grind mode every single day, like as many times as I can, as much as I can, you know, as people allow me to. So
Mhm.
I just love to work. And, you know, like we was talking earlier, I'm sure we're going to get into it, but
Yeah.
when you love what you do, it's not really, you know, working. It's you living in your purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a little research on you today. You
Yeah.
know, grew up doing some performance things. You grew up being a dancer. You got into some acting.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got into the producer role.
Yeah.
You know, so let's just take it back.
Yeah,
Not
we
real
gotta
long.
go.
But we got to go talk about young Deon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Deon. Wow. Sound like a TV show. Write that down.
Yeah.
Write that down. Young Deon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I started dancing. You know, before Chris Brown came out, we had Omarion.
Yep.
Touch.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. You know, so
Yeah.
it was Omarion, MJ, of course, Michael Jackson. You know, we had a little bit of the Temptations in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some smooth transitions.
exactly.
in
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm. Synchronization.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for you know, showmanship, brother. Showmanship, he know. But when Breezy came out, I was 05,
Yep.
06. And it's a short story, tell it real quick.
Mhm.
In middle school, that time, I was not popular.
Mhm.
I was like scrawny. I wasn't like big. I wasn't like, you know, exceptionally well in sports. Like I was developing
Mhm.
and I wasn't like super tall. So I didn't have like any skill or anything. But
Okay.
Chris Brown came out and I was like, that's what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
My goal, like play sports for the girls. I wasn't like good enough. But when I started dancing,
Yep.
I was getting them.
that's how I got the girl.
If you can dance or sing,
Bro,
it's over.
it
Yeah.
was over,
Mhm.
bro. I used that to my ability, to the best of my abilities, and it worked.
Yeah.
And it stuck. So I quickly became Chris Black, bro.
Mhm.
Not even lying, bro. That's what they call me.
Chris Black.
I'm telling you, yes,
for real?
bro.
That was your nickname?
That's what they call
Yeah.
me,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
What was this? Middle school?
this middle school, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the 6th grade. First song I performed was "Run It." His song he had out, "Run It,
Run It.
Run It."
Mhm.
That
Bro,
beat was
I
hard,
did the
too.
dance. At that time, Rise was out. Y'all remember Rise?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that time, Rise was out. We did Run It. I was singing and dancing. I hired my little brother and my little cousin. And then at the end of Run It, we did Rise. And so I was crumping. I was dancing like Breezy. I was singing like Breezy. I was up and down the stage. I was pressing, you know, the girls. And
Hey,
it
ain't
just
it
took
amazing
off.
what we'd do for
Bro.
some girls?
Yeah!
Nigga would learn a whole new skill.
Hey,
Yeah.
he went ahead and got talented.
Yes,
as
bro. I was like, I gotta get popular some type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was my thing. And so that was 06. And then, like, I just kept doing talent shows. And my brother stuck with me. And then we got 2 more cousins. And then I got, like, 3 more. And then we got 2 more girls. And so by the time I had, like, America's Best Dance
He
Crew,
said it was
bro.
Deon in the greats.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear. And
He
so,
said,
and so,
I'm David Ruffin.
and so,
These
these
are
are
the
the Temptations.
Temptations.
Yeah, bro, that's how it seemed at first. And what's crazy is we literally like came up and started to become a business because we kept doing show after show after show after show. And our name, it lived on for like 4 or 5 years. It was Hidden Talent.
Mhm.
Like we went to Youngstown to compete. We went to PA to compete. We did.
And was
we
winning
tried-
though.
winning. We was winning, bro. We was the coldest dance crew. I'm telling you. There was some other crews that was cold from Detroit and from Cincinnati.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but them talent shows, bro, we was on them, bro. Yeah, and so, dancing, always been a part of my life. But I did not know that it was gonna stick with me for this long because I just wanted the girls. I just wanted the girls, bro. Yeah, but it became a part of who I am, like a part of my brand identity. Like everybody knows me a dance. Still to this day, I don't dance like how I used to because I have so much business going on.
Yeah.
But everybody, anytime, you still be dancing? You still dancing? You still teaching classes?
And that's crazy too, because like when we first met you and everything, I would have, cause you were straight in like the business mode of what you were doing. I would have never thought that was your background, how you came up and everything.
Yeah.
So that's amazing and everything, how you parlayed it into all the things that you do now that we're going to probably be talking about tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And like I said, I just found out that today, but I was telling him earlier that it makes sense because the few times I've seen him come into a party, like I've been in the party already,
He danced
and
in.
then he kind of just had. You
to.
You ever been to church and then the choir come down the aisle? They ain't really dancing, but they kind of got it.
Yeah,
bro. I got to, bro. Like everybody because anytime we was just talking about this. Anytime we go in, and nobody's moving. Bro. Everybody on their phone. I'm pretty sure the viewers know. Like they walk to a party, everybody on their phone. We here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? Most of us, we work 2 jobs. We got kids. We stressed out at work. You know what I'm saying? This is time to let loose, bro.
Yeah.
Like carefree of what people have to say about you. Dance, move, step. And then we black. It's in our blood. You know what I'm saying? Just to move, bro. And so we are the rhythm. We are the heart of, how we move forward, how we push culture. And music has always been a part of our culture. So I'm going to dance and, show them what our culture is about.
That's good. But that's also a good spirit to have that you obviously carry even in your business endeavors where there's no... you're not afraid to move forward. You're not afraid to attack things. You're not afraid to be yourself, So it's just amazing how some of those things that you learn, we were talking about earlier, those things you learn or you do as a child without really knowing how they kind of come into fruition as an adult, where you aren't like dancing at a professional level and, on like Dance with the Stars, but the things that it taught you as a kid has moved forward into you as an adult. You know?
Sir.
So shout out to putting your kids into things. Parents watching, I don't have kids, but they, these gentlemen got kids. Put your kids into things. Let them do things. Let them get active. Let them do 50 things. Because we were
trying to figure out what they like.
Sports, music, arts. What you want to do? They, let them do whatever. But the dancing stuck with that. And then, so let's fast forward a little bit. Let's when did you know that you wanted to get behind the camera or maybe do some acting? Because I know you've been in some films.
Yeah. What's crazy is my mother will tell you this. Like, I've always been an actor my entire life. I was just a character. Like, I'm a character.
Were you like class clown character or you just like a personality character?
Personality character. Like, to compare me to somebody, and I'm no lie, bro, when I say this, Jamie Foxx.
That's a funny dude.
Jamie Foxx to a T. He's funny. I'm funny. He can do drama. I can be dramatic. You know what I'm saying? And so he's the perfect example. And he's like one of the people I idolize when it comes to acting.
Definitely very talented, man.
Super talented, man. He to me, he's the most talented performer in the world. He can sing. He used to dance. He can produce. He can write music.
Whatever.
He can sing the music.
He play the piano.
Play the piano. He played
impressions.
All
crazy.
Of it.
I mean, literally anything.
Yeah, he can
crazy.
do everything.
Anything.
And it looks like for him, it looks effortless, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he can walk in a room and he gonna entertain everybody and didn't even plan it. That's just what he does.
People talk about. I've heard multiple interviews from multiple different people that talk about parties that Jamie Foxx used to throw. So even him as a host, when he not even in front of no camera, this ain't even no lights, camera. I'm trying to put the party on. We got the I can see him now. Hors d'oeuvres, drinks, everything in place.
And so that was you.
That was me, man. So the thing about it is when I found out that I could do these things, I started to look at how can I get more people to see it, because again, it was like I can do dance, but what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this like who I am? Again, I'm still living through like the kid in me, trying to figure out, you know, like if I really love this, if it's a passion. So at a young age, I was just trying things, you know, and I was like, okay, well, I'm pretty good at this. And then once I got called back for it, I was getting requested for certain things. I was like,
is this in that? Is this acting now, or is this dance?
this is acting.
Acting.
Yeah.
So the acting came from dancing.
Yeah. So everything stems from dance, man. I owe dance my life.
That's crazy.
Like you'll see in like my captions when it's like National Dance Month or Day, you'll see like I really write a special message. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like that one movie with Sanaa Lathan when she wrote a love letter to music or hip hop.
Brown Sugar.
Yeah, when she wrote a love letter to hip hop. I write love letters to dance because it really like saved my life, like wholeheartedly. My father was not a dancer. My mother was not a dancer. Nobody in my family dances like me, right? More or less like Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the path that my father and my siblings, some of my relatives are on, is completely different than you know, outside of dance. So yeah.
And
so acting came from that.
So the acting came from that, and so like, how did that how did that happen? Did you were you pursuing roles, or did like somebody call you like, hey, I think you would be good for this?
Oh no, for sure. Because when I first started, I wasn't the greatest. I just went for roles, and I was like, well.
This camera acting stupid. Hold on.
It still record audio though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we can still keep on talking then.
Oh, okay.
You're still recording audio.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I wasn't that good when I first started. So I was just trying roles, but when you first start acting, you can't, immediately go for roles. You got to be an extra. And so I went on to sets, soaking up information. I got the knowledge of what an actor does, how to train. And if you wanted to be like a dramatic actor, if you wanted to be like in thriller or action, like what you needed to do and how you needed to get there. And so I did that for about like 7-8 years, man. Yeah, I was an extra for like 7 or 8 years. But, as an entertainer, you're always going to think like you're the best at what you do.
Yeah.
Until you get in front of somebody else who's
it's always
better.
Somebody better than you.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I learned very quick on like how to adapt and how to become better every single time. So,
but you gotta. I think we were on a podcast before and we talked about this. Like you gotta see those people.
Yeah.
Who's better than you.
Yeah.
So you can know what else you have to do, right?
Yeah.
What else is attainable, right?
Yeah.
If I've never seen anybody better than me, then I'm not going to flex myself. I'm not going to challenge myself, right? But then if I got that competitive spirit, like I can tell you got that competitive spirit and everything. When you see those people, you like, nah, I'm not about to let him outdo me now, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to figure out how did he get there so I can get there too, right?
Exactly.
And then surpass him.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because when we was talking about business a little bit earlier, we was talking about like the scope of things. And so on social media right now, everybody thinks that, I'm not in competition with nobody, when you actually are. Every minute of your business operation, you're in competition with anybody. The generic basis of your business plan includes a SWOT analysis. And a part of your threats is your competition. You have to evaluate who is better than you or who's right there neck and neck with you, because in order for you to be great, you can't have nobody on your level. Michael Jordan, nobody was on his level. Kobe Bryant, nobody was on his level. LeBron, nobody is on. You know what I'm saying? You have to compete at such a level to where you are going to. 50 Cent said it best. I'm willing to die. Or I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Get rich, or I'm gonna die trying. You know what I'm saying? It's literally so. Yeah. And so when I look at people that was acting better than me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna remember you, and I'm never gonna forget Jamie Foxx. I'm going to get there by any means necessary. Dancing, Chris Brown. I'm going to get there by any means necessary. Even I still feel that way now, even though I don't dance like that. But if an opportunity open up and they be like, Chris Brown having auditions, or we're doing a Chris Brown movie, I will be the first one there. I will sit there until you know what I'm saying. But it's just the mentality you got to have to become great.
I want to talk a little bit about just your journey in the magazine world.
Oh yeah.
Let's kind of go there, and let's talk a little bit about Higher. Explain what Higher Society is. I've done some research on it, but I want to just let you. Might as well go ahead and explain it. Okay. Higher Society, and then we'll talk about the awards and things like that. But yeah, talk a little bit about that, and then how'd you get to the point of starting a magazine?
Okay. Yeah. So again, everything started from my entertainment world. I had a personal brand before I had like business brand. So my personal brand was, and it's a funny story. I'm glad you didn't ask me this earlier. When I first started the magazine, the idea stemmed from me not being able to afford photographers to take my photos. So I bought a camera and started taking my own photos, and people liked the results I came up with when I took my own. So I started taking pictures of them. But I was taking pictures of my friends, and I wanted to do more for them because these people were so spectacular in what they were doing. I was like, well, I'm going to start a magazine and write about them. Kind of like what we was talking about earlier.
Do you write already? Did you already come from like a journalism background?
No.
Okay.
No. I learned to do that. And so I was writing these articles, taking pictures of them, and then I was like, wow, I got something. And so I was like, I registered the business. I was like, okay, how can I make this serious? And so when one magazine got done, it was like, we was planning for the second one. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a business. And so.
Now, was that era done already? Or was the magazine era kind of still there?
Yeah, that's what I was interested in too. Was like, just to elaborate on what you're saying too, was like, because print media was kind of like being considered a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
So what made you continue like, hey, I'm gonna still go with print media versus do a digital type of magazine type of deal?
Yeah, and so I'm really glad you asked that question because brand identity and branding is so very important to the magazine because we personalize it to where everybody has a piece of memorabilia. They have like this tangible item that they can see themselves in the world that they want to be. Higher stands for how you escape reality. And we built that brand based around how people want to escape the life that they have to live. Nobody really likes their 9-to-5 job. They just work it because they have to. Yeah. Nobody wants to work so much and be away from their home that they work so hard for, or be away from their kids all day. How you escape reality matters. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we write about it. That's why we get them people, or we get in front of them.
I heard nobody say that. That's not to cut you off, but how you escape reality matters. That's a crazy. Think about that time. I'm gonna think about that phrase later.
I mean, but even like to that point, like it matters because like you said, we all want to escape it, but there's positive ways to escape it,
exactly,
and then there's negative ways to escape it, right? We could go in and fall into a life of all kinds of crazy things, illegal stuff, things that hurt my body or what it may be, or I can fall into something that's going to enlighten my mind, or enlighten my spirit or whatever it may be. So
and so in those stories we talk about those things. It is a mental dispute where we go back and forth and we have those real conversations, and so we give that information out, and when we sell the magazines or we give the information online in a digital form, everybody can see the transparency of all the people who are going through similar or relative issues. And that is how we grow. That is how we grow. Just like you were saying earlier, when we get that information out, that brand becomes so recognizable, and everybody knows that's what we do. That's how we represent our community. We have our own group of people in this dying industry that will continuously buy because of what we stand for and who we stand for.
I think I had a couple, I don't know if this is true and can correct me if I'm wrong, but the magazine's been in 16 states and 2 countries?
Yeah, man.
Has those digits changed at all recently?
No. Okay. We're consistently. So when I first started, I had like all of the I had all the ambition to keep doing magazines. So I was doing, first it started off quarterly. So every 3 months we had a new magazine. But then, like, the magazine was so hot at one point in time, we was like this. The demand was going up, right? The demand was going up, so I started printing them monthly. Imagine dealing with 80 plus people trying to get photos in your magazine, write articles, market it.
You had a team, or just still?
It was just me.
Oh yeah,
it was just me.
You
I did it for.
busy.
Yeah, I was working.
Oh
boy.
wow.
I traveled to take photos, did the interviews. I went to all the model.
How many pages in these magazines?
There was a minimum. So when we first started, the magazine was 58 pages.
Oh wow.
58 pages, right?
Double-sided, clearly.
Exactly, double-sided, right? Monthly, right? And then when, as the magazine grew, there was more people in there, so the pages grew. But then I had to scale them back, so we went back to quarterly. And then I started asking for collaborations for other photographers to help me with the workload. And so...
Regular size, normal size magazine? Or you...
8.5 by 11. Regular size magazine, right?
You put in work.
It worked. You know what I'm saying?
No, and for real, though. That ain't no easy feat.
It's not at all, man. And so when I fell behind, it was like... you know, like what having imposter syndrome is, it was like, oh my goodness, I'm failing. But I was like, exactly. It's like, I'm not supposed to be failing. But it was like, bro, you literally doing this on your own.
Yeah.
You're
going crazy right now.
Going super crazy. And like, I was up to like 4 finishing the magazine every day, talking to people. You know, can you imagine not having no space to yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so...
you printing these yourself? You're not printing yourself.
No.
I was gonna say, if you say you had to print
Nah.
I'm like, nah.
So I had a vendor.
Okay.
I hired a vendor. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, this is like 2-3 years in. So at this point, I'm like, okay, now that I'm getting a steady flow, my incline was going down, so I had time to structure, build my business plan correctly, get some mentoring, get some mentorship, you know what I'm saying, get some advice. And so the advice that, again, in this dying industry was, don't lose the purpose of what you're doing, right? Because once the demand was doing this and I was doing so fast, it's hard to get off track of what your purpose is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was moving fast, you know, and I wanted to eventually, you know, again, compete with GQ, with Vanity Fair, with Vogue. You know what I'm saying? Because we were a fashion magazine, then we added business. Then we added health and wellness.
You said it was a fashion magazine at first?
It was fashion magazine.
I don't know if you talked about this while I was troubleshooting and how did you get to the fashion?
Yeah.
Because
so
you just do it all, man. I don't know if I missed that detail now, but you know.
So, most people would call me a Renaissance man.
I see it's coming out. I'm like, you done everything.
Yeah. So my personal career, just to let everybody know, I started off in dance. And then I've always been a character, so I got in front of the camera. And then somebody else saw me, and it was like, you can model, because I was tall.
Modeling,
yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My jaw structure, my height, and my physique, and it's like, you can model. And so I started modeling.
You ran with that too?
And I had 10 years in the modeling industry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Billboards, magazines, interviews, fashion shows. I done everything there is to do in modeling, right?
Yeah.
And so... and this was an ode I was going to say to you earlier. The reason I've done all these things is because in my world that I live in is my mentor told me, if you are going to be in business and do this, you have to know how to do everything. And so, just like you was telling me earlier, you was never a graphic designer, but now you're learning the steps. That's the same for me. The exact same way it happened for you, it happened for me.
When you become like a jack of all trades and know how to do everything, when you finally start bringing people in to delegate those things down, now you know exactly what you're looking for.
Exactly.
So to ask them, you know what's quality, you know
exactly.
you know when somebody can't bullshit you now. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So nobody was overstepping, nobody could step over me, and so because you could say something and I know the language, you know, you're not speaking Spanish to me, you know, and I don't understand. So when I learned all those things, you know, different areas of entertainment, I brought them to the magazine.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because I had to do the photo shoots, but I have a photography background. And so I know how to light and I know how to pose the person to get their best shot. Yeah. And it was never about me. It was about making them look their best in the reality that they want to live.
Seemed like you wanted to make them feel good, too. It's like, you wanted that experience to be a good experience for them, they're driving home and be like, man, that was a good time.
Yes. And again, branding was everything.
Okay.
So every interaction I've had with anybody, out of the 6 years the magazine has been going in the 16 states and 2 countries that we serve.
What's the 2 countries?
2 countries is this one?
Yeah.
It's America and Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was interested. I'm like, I wonder if it's Canada or somewhere else.
No, I mean,
then I would have been surprised if it was like Europe too, because it's like all the fashion and everything.
Yeah. So we had a couple orders from there, of course, but consistently, we had one of our cover models. Her name is Andrea Kentaby.
Shout out
to Andrea. She's born and raised from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, so she helped push the magazine there, and so we get sales from there. And then my demographic, when I started to get out to other states, we found more African relatives from different parts of Africa. You know what I mean? And so we just kept pushing to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Our cultural aspect is black folks. You know what I'm saying? So we always
technically in more than 2 countries, because you went 2 continents, multiple countries.
Yeah, I mean, technically, to be technical, and you know, Europe came, you know, what's the other, the Asia. Asia came, you know, because they're super big into fashion. But you know, what stuck with us was our people in America, and then in Africa, and that's what I was like happy about. You know, seeing them sell, seeing that name come across the screen. It's like, oh my goodness, we're getting this consistently. It's like they really, you know, and that's an ode to like strangers supporting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all.
What do you use like for analytics to keep track of like where is everything going? How far your reach is? What do you use to keep track of that and know how well you're doing?
Oh, we use Google Analytics.
Okay.
Or use my website platform. Shout out to Wix. Very, very good website platform. And we use social media. Yeah. So I learned how to study data again. Never knew how to do it, but you know, keeping track of it. But yeah, those 3 have been super, super key to keeping track of who is doing what, when they doing it. And I think, you know, as creatives, we want to see, like, we want people to see us more and more and more, you know, get more engagement, get more likes and things like that. And so studying this data and this information year round through different seasons was essential to us growing and maintaining. So again, when we was going like this, and we started to go down, I was like, oh my goodness, why are we not getting as many sales? But that's normal. And then we'll start to go back up when the winter came. You know what I'm saying?
You can shoot up higher than where you were before.
Exactly.
It's like stocks.
Exactly.
It might go down a little bit, but the next shoot up, will be crazy.
Right. You just gotta ride that roller coaster.
Yeah. And that's what we was doing, man. Yes.
But I've learned to, when those lows come, because I just want to know early on, bro, we used to, every little follower, we were like, hey, bro, we got 2 more.
Yeah.
We had 65 followers.
Yep. Key. Super key, bro.
2 hours later, but we got 1 more, dog.
Yeah. Right. We call each other, text each other like, bro, it went up again.
Yeah. No, that's what's
and not like we still appreciate every single one of y'all who follow. Every single one of y'all.
We love the
small
StreamSpace
wins are big wins.
Yeah. But I say that to say that when it slows down, because there's been months where, you know, you don't see the same type of engagement for whatever the reason is. It could be the Instagram hating, the algorithm hating, you know, a post you did, it didn't hit right, whatever. But when those lows come, that's when you hit the drawing board. And there's nothing wrong with hitting the drawing. You're going to always hit the drawing board. You know, so when it's slow, that's when it's like, bet, let me go to the drawing board, switch something, you know, get creative again, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of just like free your mind almost. You know, that's when I take, when it gets slow, that's when I take like a week off.
Yes.
I said, you know what? Because if not, like you said, you start to spaz out.
Yep.
Because there was a few moments, there was a couple times with StreamSpace where I was like, it's crazy to even say this because we've only been here for 2 years, you know, 2.5 years, but there was a couple weeks where I was like, is this dying? Because you see those numbers go down, and you see, you know, because Instagram really make it bad too. Because it changes. For real, you look at the analytics, and it's like red, it's down arrows, it's just all these indicators.
Like panic time.
I'm just like, man, what is going on? Like, am I messing up? Do people not care no more? Am I doing something wrong? Are these flyers shitty? Like, you know, but that's when it's just, I've learned to like, it's just try something. It's just try something else. Start a pot. It's just time to start a pot. You know, that's all that is. You know, when they say can you go check the grill, go flip the burger.
For sure.
That's all that is. You just gotta readjust a little bit.
Yep.
You know, the flames are still hot.
For sure.
You're still cooking.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, but you have to learn of the cook. You have to learn about the lows.
Oh no, for sure.
You know?
For me, that all that meant was is that my bets became investments. Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't tackle that methodology. Right.
They're too busy betting on themselves but not investing.
They're not investing. And the difference between betting and investing is that one is short term, one is long term. Right? Nobody sets themselves up for long term success. And they don't even realize it. You're making a bet which will only last short term. Yeah. And everybody's short term is different. But long term can be substantial. Right? And that's when you're generational. You know, it's something you can pass down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because had I stopped when it started to go down in those 4 or 5 months, and I didn't work to get back up, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know, like we out here, I feel wholeheartedly, 100%, I'm out here doing a piece of God's work because I'm not out here doing this for the benefit of me. I'm doing this for the benefit of my community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not even just for the one person. It's for the one person and the people that's around them. Because one person, and I'm gonna go a little philosophical right now. I've learned that a man can change the entire environment by what he does. A woman can change the entire environment by what she says. Right? And so a piece of God's work is giving that woman a platform to voice how she feels, right?
Who's gonna build that platform?
Exactly. And so we doing a piece of it. I ain't saying we doing all of it because we have people like y'all that have StreamSpace. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective. And so if we can help, you know, get her from 0% up here at the top to 15, and then y'all help her get to, you know, 25. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm doing something that is beneficial for the people and the people around that circle. You know, and it'll soon become infectious, and it'll start to rub off on other people. And that's how we've been getting the people to the magazine to buy it or to want to be a part of it.
We'll talk a little bit, and we'll switch up after this, but just the organic growth. And this is kind of a personal question. I just want to pick your brain, but just that organic growth that may take longer versus doing things that almost like cut corners, like people who's buying followers or, you know, not saying it's wrong to put money into advertisement because that's important, for sure. You know, but just that organic growth, which is what we've experienced with StreamSpace, you know, just a slow chip. And I won't say slow. It's slow. I don't know. I don't know if it's slow or fast. I couldn't tell you what speed it is, but it's moving. Yeah. But it's very organic. Yep. It's very people driven. Yeah. You know, and I feel like your journey, you know, with Hire is kind of the same way.
Yeah, for sure. So my organic growth literally came from me being at events in people's face. They'll be like, "Hey, you got your phone on you? Let me pull up my social media for you and follow." I would literally do that to about like 200-300 people at an event. I would literally say, "Hey, can you follow this page?" And I wouldn't get every person, right? I had like 20,000 followers. You know, over 6 years, I had like 20,000. Yeah. But it's just you gotta do that type of work, and then it's getting the point. Again, I'm going back to branding. Your brand needs to be so engaging that other people can represent you when you are away. Yeah. And so that has been like, realistically, that's like 80% of our organic growth by word of mouth, right? Because I wasn't good at advertising or promoting the brand. I was just good at getting in front of people and talking, right? Yeah. And so I had to learn how to organically grow away from people, because if your company cannot grow without you, it'll die as soon as you're gone. Yeah. Right? And so when I'm not in those rooms, I needed to continuously be talked about, right?
You've like subliminally employed other people because they bought in. So as soon as you leave, they're still activated.
Yep.
Because like I'm here, I'm sold.
Yep.
You know, so Deon out of here, but we so tapped in what he got going on. We gonna vouch for him.
Yep.
And he don't even know we vouching. He even asked me to vouch.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna vouch just because I'm so tapped in.
And that's the other thing, and that's why our community is so strong.
It's like sports. The Cavs never paid me to. Well, not I'll use. The Browns never paid me to wear anything Browns.
Exactly. Yep.
But I'm so invested in the Browns. We gonna wear these jerseys. We
most
gonna tell the world.
Most all in Cleveland.
You know.
Yep.
You know, but you know what I'm saying? Like the sports teams don't pay the fans to do anything.
For sure.
Yeah, but they're so tapped in.
Yep.
Regardless, win, losses, we here, we gonna talk.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah. Shout out to the people.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to everybody. I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So you got higher society too. So.
Yep.
So is that like your umbrella of everything that you do now, or everything's kind of up under higher society now, right?
Yeah. So when I started the company, it was just Higher Magazine, but the magazine was just the magazine. Higher Society, the society part is the people, right?
More so.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So Higher Society is the umbrella. It branches off into Higher Magazine, and then the award show, and then we got one more thing coming that I can't talk about.
Can we talk on camera about it?
Yeah, we can talk on camera about it. Yeah,
sorry, y'all.
But what we can talk about is the award show.
Let's
get to that because I don't want to miss out on that.
Did not know that you did that, so then I was doing more research so we could talk. You know, and I'm like. This is big and it looks big and whatnot. Then as we've been talking and everything and how you like, hey, I got to be the best at everything. I'm not about to just create a local award show, right? I'm about to compete with the Grammys. I'm about to compete with the BET Awards. I'm about to compete with everything that's out there, right?
Yes.
So that makes sense as to why it looks like it does.
Yeah, man.
Tell us how that came about.
Yeah, the award show again. From the magazine when we started. Again, the company taking pictures, people saw it. They're like, "Can you take mine?" It's like, I want to do more for y'all. So we did the magazine. But then at a point, after we was like, I was here, and then my dip started to get like shorter. Like I started to control it. As we was going up, I was like, I can do more. Yeah. It's like I have the ability. Like I'm alive. I got, I'm blessed to be able to move how I move. I was like, I can do more. I was like, we doing an award show.
It just clicked on you like
that. It literally did. I was like, I'm doing an award show. And so I think I can't remember the exact number, but I had a couple $1,000s, and I was like, I'm about to use this. I'm spending it. And so I was like, I got to get a venue. And then I was like, wait, if I get a venue, I need a DJ for the music. I was like, oh my God. So I need a bam, 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 bam. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, I need to start working overtime. And so I started working overtime. And then when I got off of work, I was working on this. And so it just developed. And our first show was in Youngstown. And the whole city showed, well, not the whole city. Let me calm down. But the people that showed up, it felt like it. It really felt like it because it's nothing like putting something together and you going through the stress, the downfalls, the tears, and the hurt, the pain, the weariness of being so exhausted. And then the day of the show, you standing and you watching people at your award show.
And you did this.
And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I was like, I'm doing this shit again next year.
It seemed like it gave me almost like a little high for
man.
It was like, yo,
I'm still on the high, man.
Off the first year?
Off the first year, man. Yeah. That first year doing the award show, and I think what I'm good at is event planning, like bringing people together. I think that's, another one of my purposes. But the award show is strictly for community, connection, and collaboration. Okay. Right? And that is for the love of the people and what they do. Like, I really love the people who are at our shows, like, genuinely. Yeah. Genuinely love them for what they do. They have no idea how much they mean to me. That is why I try to give as much of what's inside my mind, heart, and soul to them. It is a depiction of what I see inside my mind, because Y'all probably know this. You ever want something for someone so bad, but they just can't get there, and they don't want it that bad for themselves?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And so that's me, like, pushing people. Like, you're so close. You're so close to being, like, reaching the next best part of you, and you don't even know it. You just need somebody to push you.
Yeah, I'm trying to facilitate everything.
Exactly.
So all you got to do is just walk into it.
Exactly, man.
And you ever seen Sandlot?
I have. Yeah.
He said, just put your hand up.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Yep. He said, just put your hand up, dog. The ball is gonna hit. It's gonna go in there.
Literally, and that's all it is. Is that.
And that's deep.
But and there's a whole methodology behind that. It's symbolism, right? And so a lot of people are scared because it's the unknown. It's uncomfortable. It's a lot of uncertainty. They want to predict what's going to happen, right? And so I listen to Simon Sinek, who is an idealist.
I'm not familiar. I'm going to tap in.
Yeah, listen to Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek, he gives this another methodology of how people can become leaders once they accept what's going on around them. And so a lot of people don't accept the things that are going on around them, right? And so I feel at the times I've accepted everything that's going on around me is when I was able to look at it from a grand scheme of things. It's like I was watching myself, right?
Fly on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fly on the wall. And then I was like, okay, if I don't go over there, I probably won't get burned by that fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I wasn't looking at myself, I'm a risk taker. How hot is that fire? You know what I'm saying? Like,
how much can I withstand?
Exactly. And then that's people at work that's working them jobs. That's like, well, if I work more overtime, I can probably get more money. You're already stressed. You're already about to pass out.
Yeah, you burnt out already.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm saying that you need to stop going to that job so much. Work your 40 hours. You can survive off of that. You know, work your 80 hours bi-weekly and go work on yourself. Because you can do it. You can literally do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the message that we give people. Some take it, some don't. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna love them. And you know, we're always gonna have space for them at our award show. But that is what we do at that show.
What's so the last one 2023. So what's one thing that you're proud of that you were able to do in 2023 that you wish you could have done in the first iteration of it?
Ooh, what's crazy is a lot of people don't know this, but we didn't have a show last year. That was probably my most devastating year. Yeah, it was 2022.
2022 was the last one.
2020. Okay. Yeah. And I ain't put that out, so it's no ode to you like doing your homework. But 2023 was so devastating. 2022 was like our best year. We got the show on Amazon. We got the show national recognition. The show won an award, a Telly Award. You know.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
I didn't know that. That's fine.
Yeah. So we're actually up for another nomination. Not going to announce yet. But 2022 was our best year. Yeah. What I wish I would have did at the first year was hire a team. I feel if I had a team the first year, there's no telling where we would be right now. You know what I'm saying? Because had I had less to do at that first show, and I mean I was doing everything.
You was running around.
I was hosting and trying to videotape the show.
You was doing a lot.
I was doing a lot. So every time a presenter came up, I would go get the camera. Wow. That sounds crazy, don't it?
Oh yeah.
Right. So in 2022, I was just hosting, but I was still directing. Hey,
yeah, get over there. What you doing, man?
You know, I was doing that, but giving up, you know, the control was like a very comfortable space to be in because the show.
You said giving up control.
Giving up control.
You had to get something you had to get over.
Yeah, because I was like, nobody. You said this earlier. It's my baby. Nobody's gonna love the show like me. But people really do, and that's one thing I had to accept. People really do love the show as much as me. They really ride for it. Like if you look on social media right now, people are like, they calling off of work. They getting stuff specially made. They spending hundreds of dollars that they don't really got. You know what I'm saying? So it is my duty, my responsibility, my calling to make this the best damn show they ever seen in their life. That they ever been to, that they ever experienced. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's one time out of the year you get to live. It's a depiction of that party that they go to that they scared of everybody judging them. Now everybody look their best. There's no way nobody can judge you.
What's the
you know what I'm saying?
What's the date of 2024 as a location?
The date is October 26th. The location is the ballroom at Park Lane in Cleveland.
We there.
Yeah, y'all definitely in there. Definitely. Yeah. It's gonna be. This is this show, because I didn't have a show last year, and imagine you know, Klay Thompson when he messed up, when he got injured and he came back. That's how I feel.
Just went hitting like.
That's how I feel. I'm about to go crazy this year. This is about to be the best damn show I ever seen myself put together.
I got another question too. So, because I'm sure at this point right now, where you've done it multiple times, and even with the magazine and whatnot, and so to make this big production, and you alluded to it too, it's like, hey, I had to go do more. I had to do more overtime at work, so I got the money to go do this, that, and the other. I'm sure at this point right now, you figured out like I'm not about to go to work more to go get this done. Sponsorships, right? So tell me about sponsorship. How do you secure sponsorships for this? You know, what's your process on that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. I really want people to know I'm not a gatekeeper. So y'all can literally ask me anything. I'll help you, you know, achieve your biggest goals if I can. So sponsorship, you know, I think, and I'm gonna say this straight to the camera. Stop spending your own money on business. You can literally get other people's money to fund your ideas. Literally, they will give it to you. They literally, technically, have to give it away. They can't have it all to themselves, right? But yeah, we work with partnerships, and those partnerships come from relationships, right? Y'all know it. Y'all know it. You got to build them key relationships and foster them, baby them. So when you are in need, right? People will come to your aid. They will help you. You know, they don't want to see you die, especially if they believe in what you're doing and it's part of who they are. They will literally feed into what you want to do and either help you fund it or give it all to you, right? And so my sponsorships and partnerships are all from relationships. It's interactions. You know what I'm saying? And on the other side of it, if I can't have a relationship because the person is so busy, busier than me, right? I am feeding into their ideas as well. So I'm showing up to their stuff. I'm supporting their stuff or their kids' things. You know what I'm saying? It's an even exchange. On The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith played Chris Gardner, right? And he went to the game with Mr. Chisel, I think his name, the character's name, right? He went to the, what was that, football game? Yeah, he went to the football game with his son. He built that relationship. You have to do those things without any expectation in return. It has
nothing to do with the job. I'm just here.
Exactly. Right? And people will see that, right? Business is so thick. You know, a lot of people in business are type A. It's either this or that. And so you can't fake if you're there genuinely or not. And so with me, it's always been a genuine interaction because even if I don't come out of it with some money, I got a good person out of it. You know what I'm saying? And every person ain't good, but got
all
something
money ain't
out
good
of it.
either.
Yeah, all money ain't good either. That's a good point. Yeah, so I think over time I've been good, or I got accustomed to judging those situations to realize that if I take this money, do I want what comes with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or am I able to give what this money requires?
Exactly. Yeah.
But when you continue to be good to other people, you gravitate to people who are like you, right? So you keep yourself out of situations where you're going to get done wrong, right? Because you're only going to put yourself around people who are like you.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Good point.
Shout out to the award show, bro.
Yeah.
I love being around people that's doing shit that I just ain't never seen personally. I don't know nobody else that got an award show like that. I mean, I know a few award shows, but like, your shit fire. Ain't nothing like what you got going on.
I saw the pictures and I'm like, man.
No, this ain't your average award show.
I want to be there. So
there's nobody.
I don't have to bring the wife. We going there.
Yeah. I'll say this, and I say this boldly. Ain't nobody out there like us. There's nobody. No show. I don't care who you are or where you are. Okay, I respect everybody's shows that they try to do, but nobody is competing with us. And I stand on that. Yeah. Because what we do, nobody can replicate. Because it comes from me, and I haven't met one person who got ideas like me. Yeah.
Well, you got to believe in yourself first of all. So you gotta you know. I feel like it's almost cliche for somebody to be like, "Well, you're supposed to say that."
Yeah.
I mean, but some people still don't believe it. You know, you clearly believe it because you've manifested it also. Like, you have something to show for. You have 6 years to show for.
Yes, sir.
Specifically on the award show.
Yes, sir.
You know, so shout out to the award show. I can't wait to witness it with my own eyes and be a part. One question I just had, and we're going to go to one of our segments that we do, but what award show growing up kind of inspired you, or was kind of like inspiration for yours?
Ooh, that's tough.
Or maybe say two, because one might be hard.
It was the Emmys and the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Emmys and the BET Awards, for sure. Because the way the Emmy looks in people's hand is like
Just that,
magical. Like the golden, you know, it's magical. The shape of it. And then the BET Awards, because it's black people. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I'm going to throw another one. The NAACP Image Awards. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of things, those moments in history. You know, people made history. I would say the Oscars, but they don't really treat the actors well.
Yeah.
What's
the one?
The Grammys. Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. The Grammys cool, but they just like the Oscars, man. They be cheating people.
Not fully tapped in.
They be cheating people.
I just watch the Grammys for the performances.
Yeah. They have great sets too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a crazy thing. I was just talking to my mentor. Every time I watch a show, it's hard for me to watch a show, like, because I have my own show. I'm looking at how I can do it.
Watch those
how I can do like
I know how that goes.
You can't watch it like a regular person no more. Like, look, same thing. Like, so I work in customer service, right? So I'm a supervisor in customer service. When I call somebody, I'm not just like listening for, hey, what can you do for me? I'm listening to their customer service.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm critiquing everything. Well, you should have said this, and you should have done this, and you know, you could have made the experience better like this. You know?
Yeah, man.
You can't listen to it like a regular person
That's
no more.
good.
And sometimes it's annoying for yourself too. It's like, I can't even like enjoy this the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just watched the BET Awards this year. And I was scrolling on TV and it was on. So I'm gonna watch this. It wasn't bad. I had a good time.
No, it wasn't bad.
Taraji P. Henson was she was hosting. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was. I'll say the one thing. And a lot of people saying it too, is like the Usher tribute. Yeah, I wanted to see some more of like the male R&B singers do the tribute. I understand, like, you know, we're trying to empower women and everything like that too. But it's so many R&B male R&B singers who that's their idol. That's the thing, and he paved the way for them. And I wish they would have brought some of those guys on. I wish I would have saw Chris Brown come out there and show them some love.
That'd have been probably the number one.
That would have been crazy.
I think Breezy would have done him justice, but I don't think.
Or Chris Black could have came up.
Usher was 8701, man. He was. Usher was right there. You know what I'm saying? Omarion, Michael Jackson, Usher, even you know, who was? Oh my goodness. It was Soulja Boy. Who else was back then?
It was dancing.
Yeah. I don't want to say B5 and Pretty Ricky.
I mean, they wasn't really Pretty Ricky wasn't really dancing.
No, but it was like that whole era, man.
Oh yeah, that whole era was
from 95. You had the Temptations. You had 95 all the way up to 2010, 12,
about
12,
that time.
2012. Man, it was substantial for me. But Chris Brown definitely would have done justice, as everybody know. But Chris Brown on his own tour, sold out.
That's true.
Arena tour.
Yep, that's true.
I'm saying, so that's why Chris Brown couldn't be there.
Shout out to him. That's a legend.
I mean, you can't be mad at that. Get your bread, man.
Yeah. So our next segment, one of my favorites, it's called Top 3.
Top 3, okay.
Yeah, and this is all straight off the top of the dome.
Okay.
Me and Justin take turns. We give you a list of like your top 3 things that you need to throw out there. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say your top 3 magazines.
Top 3 magazines
of all time.
The brand.
And you can't. And you can't say yours because I know that's your number 1.
Oh man, top 3 magazines.
I was a fan of the magazine era too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was a fan of magazines.
I used to go to like Walgreens or by us, and they're gonna stand in the same and be sitting there reading the magazines. Then they started putting them inside the plastic so you can open them up and stuff.
I still do that.
Haters, man.
So GQ, of course.
Okay.
Gentleman's Quarterly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. Oh man.
I've been waiting to ask this all day.
Yeah. GQ. I would say Vogue,
okay,
just because of like who it stands for, and I had a couple friends that made Vogue too.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, wow! Didn't expect to get hit with this. GQ, Vogue, and I'll say, as informative as it is, Elle.
Okay.
Elle magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Elle.
Yeah. No,
hey, do they still make Jet magazine?
I haven't seen it around. I
I
think that it's on a special order.
Okay.
But you know, the Jet magazines, they only came in like the compact size.
I was always a fan of that because there was the only thing that was that size.
Yeah, exactly.
And
she was
the
hard.
Jet Beauty too.
They
So.
always had Beauty of the Month.
Yeah. So, but I haven't seen it around, man.
Okay.
That was a good magazine, though.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. So I was gonna say, so that you did magazines, so I was gonna do books, but I'm gonna go ahead with what's your favorite like self-improvement? I'll say like instead of books, it could be anything. So like self-improvement avenues, right? So it could be anything. Like it could be a book or anything like that, sites or whatever it may be.
Okay. You said self-improvement. With me or from somebody else?
No, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? For yourself, like
my top 3. I learned how to my customer service improve working in this business. Number 1, because I used to let people know how I feel, and I was like unapologetic, and I didn't care. Like it was raw. It was raw. Like I would go off on people. I was because working in this business, people are disrespectful, and they think that I'm gonna take it and just let you know. I'm from the West Side. You're not about to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I grew up with a single mom, and I had to fight. No, you about to find out who I am. But it was a terrible depiction of my business, and so I learned better customer service tactics.
Gotcha.
Right? So customer service got better. Number 2 was how I observe. So when I go in the rooms, I know how to recognize people. Yeah. I know who to talk to first, right? I'm not over here saying what's up to the homies, chatting it up, catching up with them. You know what I'm saying? As I used to do. I'm going in to talk to the people who got the money, right, to get us up out of this situation, right? And then I'll catch up with y'all later.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And then what's funny is I started teaching my homies how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're going to break bread, y'all need to know how to be at the table and talk. You know what I'm saying? And so that was very important, how to observe. And then 3 is how to leverage resources. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you spend it incorrectly or you don't know how to utilize it in the room, right? Because nobody's going to know how much money you got until you tell them. Yeah. Right?
Right.
So I learned how to leverage resources. Being in the rooms with people who are wealthy or who are rich, right? I had to know how to speak their language without knowing them.
Right. You don't want to walk in there and sound broke.
Exactly. Exactly. Because if you go in there, and it's not even about acting like you've been there. I know y'all heard that before.
No, yeah.
Acting like you've been somewhere. Your mom used to say that
all
to you.
time.
Act like you've been somewhere, right? And so in business, you literally have to act like you've been there before. You know, don't go in there, oh my goodness, I love your suit. Where are you from? Aren't you the guy? You wouldn't take a picture? You know what I'm saying? Go in there and just
who is
like
this guy?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's some decorum.
And so, exactly, And
my girl say that all the time. That's some decorum.
No, that's key.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I got another one for you. So when you're getting fresh, you're getting fly, you know, you say you're a fashion guy, you like to be clean. You feel me? What's your top 3 accessories?
Woo! My watch.
Number one watch?
I'm going to put a watch on. I got a bunch of them. Okay. I'll ice it out. I'll go plain. I'll go with a leather band, you know, because depending on what I'm wearing, you know, you got to have variety of watches.
Okay.
So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to have my earrings in. It's just like another, you know, just boost stuff like my appearance.
Feel different without the earrings?
Very, very different, man.
Justin ain't got his earrings.
I don't have mine in.
I don't got mine in either.
I always lose my earrings, bro.
Yeah. No, my watch is number 1, my earrings number 2, and then my last thing would probably be I'll have a hat on. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Now, if I have a suit on,
I've never seen you with a hat on before.
I literally so small story.
Instagram, he got a hat on like almost every picture.
Exactly. Yeah. Small story. Like when I started dancing, I was like, I wasn't sure it was gonna work out, so I put a hat on to like hide me seeing people, seeing people's reaction. Yeah. And so every show became like, I don't know if they gonna like this because I impress the girls, but can I impress the community? And so when the community started showing up, they was like, all right now. It was almost like we was at the Apollo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so my hat just became a part of my identity. I even had a logo where I had a hat on and no face.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the hat was really
the hat was really my thing.
You ever did that move where you really
exactly. I was just about to say it.
I know that.
Exactly. And I used to kill him. I used to kill him in the battles. Used to kill him, dog. I'll pop it up, grab it, throw it at him. It was over, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, at that point, I was like, whatever Chris Brown doing, I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so when he did it, and then he got to stump the yard, and he did it, I was like, oh, I'm still doing it.
Hey man, you know, Stump the Yard was good, but you know what the most disappointing thing was? Because we didn't know, because they hyped it so much that Chris Brown was gonna be in the movie.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know he was gonna die in like the first
12
10 minutes. Of the movie.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
Killed.
Hey, I was sick, bro.
Girls in the theater crying.
Not in the hospital. He ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he in the movie, but he ain't really in the movie, bro.
They was crying, boo-hoo crying, man. It was so sad. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little sad because I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie, but I paid for it.
But I paid for it.
Yeah. But I don't want to watch it.
I still got a full bucket of popcorn.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, you can't leave. Well, you could leave that early though.
Yeah.
Because if you leave the movie theater early enough, you can get your money back.
Oh,
It was still enough time you could get your money back.
Hey, I'm pissed off. I don't like this movie. Chris Brown just got shot.
Yeah,
right.
the movie over with. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. That's
all right,
good,
let me see. One more here. So I would keep it in the same realm of like fashion, getting fresh and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Cologne. Top 3 colognes.
Yeah. Top 3 colognes. And what's crazy is I love like buying different colognes, but I'm super picky with cologne. Like it gotta be the one. Like everyone has to be the one. Like you gotta feel like one of a kind. So my number 1 is Givenchy. And y'all cannot buy it because I'm not telling y'all where to get it from.
Right.
They don't sell it everywhere,
It's
right?
a certain one. Okay.
It's a certain one. I literally go to a certain place
Ain't
to
nobody
get
about to go nowhere
just
like
get
me.
this one.
Right.
Exactly. It's Givenchy, right? I like designer brands too. I don't wear designer clothes. I only get designer cologne. So Givenchy's number 1. Number 2, Versace. Blue. Versace blue. Yeah,
That's
very fresh, very light.
Is that like a date night, or is that like
that's an everyday?
I'm just about to run.
Yeah, that's an everyday.
Go out real quick.
Yep. So anytime I pass somebody, you know, I smell good. I wear cologne every day too. That's key. Yeah, Versace blue, everyday one. The Givenchy is like special occasion because it's so expensive and the bottle is small.
You ain't just
To
spraying
the
that.
awards,
You ain't
exactly.
just spraying
Not
that.
just spraying that, boy. $200 cologne, you crazy.
Right.
But my last one would be, it's called Rich Man. It's very similar to the Versace, but it's a bigger bottle. So I can spray it more. But the difference between the Versace and the Rich Man is one is oil based and one is not.
Okay.
So the potency of it lasts longer and or stronger. But yeah, those are my 3.
My favorite one always been just because Kanye. I went out there just to go find it just because Kanye said it in the song. It was like, now Jean-Paul Gaultier. Well, he said Jean-Paul Gaultier cologne filled the air. And I went to the mall and I saw it. I was like, I want that.
Yeah.
And then it actually smelled good. So,
Yeah.
I rock with it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's one of our favorite segments.
Okay, for sure.
I got one more too, and I actually probably all the time. What's your top 3 foods? What's your top 3 meals?
Meals?
I just gotta know. I need to know what people eat, man.
Yeah.
It's important. It is real important.
It is, man, because
Top
I'm
3
super
meals.
picky with food too. And if
You can say this any type of way. You can say meals. You could do restaurants. However you wanna.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a meal, restaurant, and a meal. Meal, lasagna. I'm an Italian guy.
Okay.
I'm an Italian guy. But I don't eat everybody's lasagna. That's how picky I am. Like I can only go to 2 restaurants and eat their lasagna, or I only eat 2 people's lasagna. That's my mom.
So that's only 4 options of lasagna.
That's only 4 options, bro. Everybody else lasagna.
You don't want it.
No. He said, no, unless I'm in Italy.
Food has to look good and smell good to me.
Yeah.
And if it don't look good but it smell good, I don't trust it.
Something's not adding up.
Exactly. If
It's
you
all
tell
about
me a
presentation,
bad
too.
experience, I'm not eating. I don't care if it was just one
You don't
time.
even try it out or test it. Like, maybe he was lying.
No.
People don't lie about food.
Can't do it. Exactly.
That's what they not lying.
They will not lie about food.
No. Okay,
so
lasagna. Bet.
A restaurant I really like is actually up here. What is that? What is that? It's in Pinecrest.
Not Condados. No. Cooper's Hawk.
No.
No. BJ's.
No.
No.
It actually start with a P.
What's the?
Is it Pier? No, not Pier.
No. It's right next to the.
Is it on
Shake
the corner?
Shack. It's right next to the Shake Shack.
It's not the
other corner.
Kitchen Social.
Kitchen Social, yeah.
Okay.
See, now that corner restaurant right there, I don't know if you know, but they've had probably three restaurants in there ever since Pinecrest. Yes, that's why I couldn't remember. I thought you was talking about that corner. It's been like 3 restaurants on that corner. For some reason, that corner doesn't do that well. They've been there for a minute now, though.
Yeah. It's really good. Good restaurant. And then another meal, pizza.
Yeah.
Can't lie,
Straight
man.
up pizza.
Just pizza, man.
Go wrong with pizza.
Yeah.
Now we gotta know where you getting it from and what's on there.
So y'all ain't even hip to Wedgwood out in Youngstown.
I'm not.
I ain't even hip.
Wedgwood?
Family owned restaurant. They got like a small chain.
Okay.
Really good pizza.
Only in
man.
Youngstown?
Only not just in Youngstown, but it started. But there's only a couple places where you can get the best Wedgwood.
Gotcha.
You can either go to one or the other. They got like 5 or 6, but it's only 2 that make the pizza like really good. They don't over sauce it, they don't over cheese it, they don't they make it perfectly. And there's another place, Briar Hill used to be like one of the ones, and people gonna know what I'm talking about. But y'all ever heard of Bellaria?
Why does that sound familiar?
I've never heard of
I've never
Bellaria.
been there, but
Dang,
that name sounds familiar.
That just a Youngstown thing?
Yeah, there ain't no Bellaria up here. That's a pizza spot?
Your pizza spot.
Yeah, I never heard that.
It's really good, but they make it like true Italians to where like it's good. It's good Italian sauce. Yeah, and it's like instead of pepperonis being on top of the cheese, it's under the cheese.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, like put them on under a blanket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
I mean, there's nothing worse than taking a bite of pizza and the whole thing come off.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Yeah.
Hate that.
And you know what I have found out too? Like, so don't you know, like you got it's like the certain crust from different areas, and Cleveland does have its own like type of crust.
Yeah,
it's like that. It almost looks like a pie crust, like where it's kind of like
Zeppi's,
like Giuseppe's.
No, not Giuseppe's, like Zeppi's.
Oh yeah, like Zeppi's.
Is that real kind of?
Yep, like that. It's like it's
like pie crust.
It's like a pie crust almost, but and it's like when they describe it, it's like a it's crisp but chewy on the inside and everything like that. And that's like a Cleveland brand of crust.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geppetto's does it too.
Around the corner?
Yep.
They actually got really good ribs too.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
We just got some wings from there too. Their wings are good too.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another place I gotta go look it up. That's on like near like Waterloo or something like that, and they got some really good pizza too.
You ever heard of Ohio Pie?
I have not.
That's out in Rocky River. Now that's crazy.
It's crazy?
Oh, crazy.
Ohio Pie.
No, we went all the way from, I was with Devin. We was at the old job. He was like, I want some Ohio Pie from lunch. I'm like, bet. I'm like, all right. I look up. I'm like, bro, this is like 25 minutes away. We at work.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't nobody taking a 25-minute ride on their lunch break.
Yeah.
He was like, we are.
I'm telling you, man, Devin be knowing. Shout out to Devin, man. He be knowing the spots, bro.
He drove me to Rocky River.
Always be worth it when you go.
Man, we had the itis. I ate 2 of them pizzas. I'm just like, sheesh. That pizza's great. That's some good pizza.
Okay.
Ohio
and that's
pie.
another thing. We gonna travel to get some good food. Yeah, we gonna travel, bro. Yeah.
You cook?
I do cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I cook. Yeah.
I'm a chef, sir.
I'm a chef, sir. No, we all get down. He get down.
Yeah.
I get down a little bit too. Oh no, we get down.
Okay, bet.
No, we get down.
Salmon Alfredo. I'm good at that.
Okay.
Like that's my meal. Like when I have like date nights at my house, I'll bring my my shorty over.
Yeah.
Salmon Alfredo, I'll hook her up.
Okay.
She'll be like, "Oh, I ain't ever had this," and then she'll eat it. Wow, you can really cook.
What
you doing, broccoli or asparagus, or no veggie with it?
Broccolini, dog.
Broccolini.
Oh
Broccolini,
man,
dog.
He going fancy.
Super fancy.
Broccolini.
Wine?
Yeah.
Red?
Of course.
Red?
Of course.
Red. Okay.
Yes.
Dry, sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
The
dry, you gotta do that with a like a nice steak.
The sweet more so with the pasta.
Yeah,
with
and so it's the lady's choice too.
That too.
The sweet wine.
Yeah. Me and my girl got some wine. That mug was not sweet. I was like, well, why you still drinking it though?
Because it's wine.
Because that's it. It's wine,
I don't like this.
I don't have no choice in this one.
I said, well, put it down then.
Make it do what it do.
Right. We ain't about to waste this bottle.
Oh, we ain't gonna waste this bottle.
We ain't gonna waste this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
I feel it. I feel you.
Man. So I know you got the awards ceremony later this year, but other than that, what's kind of on the radar for the year?
On the radar for the year, my man.
Yeah, halfway through the year too, which is about crazy.
Yeah, that's it did go fast, man. It was crazy is after next week it's August.
Yeah.
After next week it's August.
Gotta start Christmas shopping.
Yep.
Insane.
It's almost time to Christmas shop.
Christmas shop.
Yeah. Shopping.
That's
parent stuff.
He just made me think about
it's
it.
time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
We
book
just
bags,
finished
school
summer
pencils.
shopping.
I know.
So next step for me, man, we so if a lot of people don't know, our nonprofit organization, the Higher Merit Association, where the award show started from, the award show is a nonprofit as well. But our nonprofit organization, we are infiltrating the schools.
Okay.
And what we do with our organization is we teach creative strategies to student entrepreneurs, or more or less young entrepreneurs, because we work outside of the K through 12 space as well.
Gotcha.
So we work with young entrepreneurs who are in college. And so that is our goal, to teach creative strategies to young entrepreneurs who need foundation. Because oftentimes, a lot of these entrepreneurs, they are so hyped up on just starting and going out, but they don't got their papers together. You don't know what quarterly taxes are. You don't know how much you need to pay. You're gonna owe. And so
we are LLC, nothing.
Exactly. They got they documents, right? And that's important stuff to have. Right. And I learned that from working backwards. Like when I first started, I ain't have my papers together. But then when I got to a point to where I needed some money, then it's like, oh, you need these.
Yeah.
I'm
Where's
like,
your EIN at?
What's that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so my mentor, I told him late in the game, but he was like, okay, we're going to start you from scratch. You need all of this and stuff.
Yeah.
And so when I was working in schools as a mentor and educator, all these students, they wanted to be entrepreneurs selling lip gloss, selling T-shirt designs. They selling candy and, stuff like that. And I'm like, you do know if you make your own candy and shea butter and lotion and your lip gloss, you can literally make something of this.
Yes.
Right? Because they need the money for prom and, they want their own shoes. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you can literally make business out of this. And it can be easier if you get some help.
Yeah.
Because when we doing it, we didn't have no help.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so
for them, they might have a good idea or something like that, but they scared to pursue it because it seems like it's too much, it's too big, right?
Yeah.
When you can show them a straight line approach to get to their goal.
Man, they got it good though. They got the internet with free advertising.
Exactly.
And free
We ain't
promo.
have all
you
that.
can hop in DMs and get the networking.
We
like,
ain't
it's
have all
crazy
that.
now.
People
Yeah.
lazy too, man.
Yeah.
Laziness will kill dreams.
They won't go to Google and just type in "How do I?"
That's the number one. That's
It'll tell you how to do it.
That's
the
true.
number one dream killer.
Yeah.
Is laziness.
Yeah.
And I don't know that for like a fact, but I swear it has to be like laziness is the number one dream killer, goal killer, motivation killer. Like if you lazy, you ain't getting that plane off the ground. Absolutely not. It's just not gonna happen.
You want to know what I heard this. You said laziness. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, intimidation.
Yeah.
Intimidation triggers procrastination. I heard that. Intimidation triggers procrastination.
When you're scared.
When you're scared. When you are, because again, like I said earlier, people want to predict things. These students, they want to know that they getting money. If they don't know that they're going to get some money out of it, they ain't going to do it.
It's harder for them to really buy into it all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember when I asked y'all, you ever want something for somebody more than they want it for themselves?
Yeah.
And it's like, kid, you're only 16. You're not going to be a millionaire by 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody
If you keep
it happen fast though.
Yeah. It literally possibly could happen. It's like a 1 in 100,000 chances. Like you can become a millionaire overnight. You know what I'm saying? It can happen, but
but you can still become a millionaire if you work hard.
exactly. By the time you 21, you ain't got to be 18.
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about it earlier. Everybody's timeline is different.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I've already accepted the fact, man. If the real pop, whatever it comes from, if it don't happen until I'm 40, I'll take it at 40.
Exactly.
You feel me? I'll take it. If it happened at 45, 48, 50, as long as I'm still healthy, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, but like everybody's timeline is different, and that's why I've stopped. I try to not look at other things, other people. You know, I see what you got going on, but I can't look at you too much. You know, I see what the Nest brand is doing, but I can't look at you too much.
Exactly.
I can't look at these analytics too much. I know it's important, but I can't. Because
get to work.
You just gotta work.
Work, man.
Be yourself. Be creative. Be true to the morals. You know, keep on learning. You know, and just stay true and stay consistent. You know, but don't be scared.
Yep.
You know, don't be lazy.
Don't be scared.
Being scared, like I believe that. I mean, I've had conversations where people are just. It's the lion pulling his tail. Who pulled my tail? You did. You hold yourself back, dog. Ain't nobody doing this to you. You're doing it to yourself because you're doubting yourself. Self-doubt is a killer, bro. Like, who told you that you weren't gonna succeed?
Exactly.
Why is that in your brain? Where did that come from?
You're the only one that developing these thoughts. In the words of Will Smith, you have
just before or after the slap.
You know, you gotta accept fear, and if you accept fear, then you become great. You know, and it's like if you want to be me, then you have to get on the treadmill and outlast me. You know, and I don't think that you're going to do that. Yeah. In the words of Will Smith.
Hey, right, you just got to say something real profound, real loud.
Yeah.
Right? That's the Will Smith.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's how you do it. But it's true, you know.
Will Smith will break it down to you.
He will, man.
I love listening to him talk. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith, you know, great person to listen to.
The BET though, him and the BET Awards, I don't know.
No, you wasn't feeling that?
I was feeling it because it was Will, and I was like, yes. Yeah. But then I was just like, where is this coming from?
Well, they said that only happened because it was on Sunday.
What was that?
His performance.
Oh, you talking about he was on that record? He was on that record?
No.
With Kurt Franklin? Was that not a Kurt Franklin record?
Yeah. That was Will's record. Kurt Franklin was on that with Will. So, Will only did that, or it was said because it was Sunday. Like they wanted that
because it was
message.
Sunday. I see what you're saying. More they wanted inspirational kind of.
Yeah,
okay, I mean it was cool. I mean it wasn't bad. You know, he was gonna get flat. Internet was giving him all type of hell though.
I mean, Will Smith can't escape no type of criticism because he's with Jada. He's gonna always get criticized, but we got his back though.
It's weird. It's just like your homie, your friend that you just always roasting, but that's still your dog.
Yeah.
But you always on his neck.
Yeah. It's like, bro, if you don't leave her.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the life he chose, man. You know what I'm saying? Wish the best for you, man.
I mean, he's still a legend though, bro. That's some of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, great actor, I mean, it's Will Smith. It's Will. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, dog? I mean, even when the incident went down, it's like, okay, the man was stressed out, but I ain't gonna totally cancel the man.
I saw that live,
we cannot do.
I watched it live, bro. I was sitting there, I was working, and I was on my laptop. I'm just watching it and everything like that, doing something on the laptop, and I'm like, it happened in real time. I'm like, this must be a skit. And so
I did the same thing. I watched it in real time. I'm just like, they playing. They playing.
No, they're not.
No, they not playing,
bro. Like, it was crazy.
The way Chris Rock reacted, I was like, oh, they not playing.
Why did nobody cut? Why did no production team cut?
It was literally
I called
live.
my wife. I'm like, man, hey, Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah. And then when it kept going, I was like, oh my God, bro, Will Smith is done.
Yeah.
Because the point they made at the show was like, that was anybody else, they would have got kicked out. And
security for sure.
Yeah. If it was anybody else. But Will Smith, he is of such a stature that, you know, he got
out of character a little bit.
Very, very
and everybody saw
everybody was
what
trying
was going on in his life, too, because it was all public, right? This man was stressed out from his personal life that is public, right?
Yeah.
I think the most of it, why nobody, like, took it so serious, they couldn't believe it. It was like, is this serious?
Yeah.
Like, did this really just happen? Like, am I tripping?
And because Chris Rock stayed professional the entire time and played it off and whatnot.
He's also a
instead of blowing
too,
up and acting like crazy and stuff. So he kept the show moving.
Yeah.
Which kind
what if he swung back on him?
Man, he probably got beat up though, man. I don't know.
You
man.
said Will Smith was going to win.
Will Smith can fight.
He can fight, bro.
He really can.
He probably tall. I think he's tall too.
Yeah,
he's real
much
tall
taller.
too.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock ain't
Chris
tall,
Rock
bro. So you can fight, and he got the reach on you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So he could pull out his phone, call 911, bro. I'm reporting this.
Here's the thing, though.
Battery.
I don't want to get too deep into our historical cultural trauma as black people.
Yeah.
But when we were earlier talking about Will Smith and how he was stressed out and things like that, I try to utilize platforms like this to send a call to action or a message or anything. And I'm no perfect. I am not a saint. I am a sinner. Things like that. I'm not trying to be somebody else other than myself. Mm-hmm. But I do take pride in fixing some cultural trauma that has been put upon me, or that I realized that I had, right? And so I do want people to understand is that people feeling humiliated by our own kind actually continues to push us back, right? It's just like the thing of when we was talking about dancing or being at a party. The thought of people saying something about somebody enjoying themselves and how they look really stops people from enjoying life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just a complete metaphor of life itself, right?
Think about how insecure you're gonna feel the next time you go out there.
Exactly. You're not gonna want to do it. You're gonna less and less. You might not even go to the party the next time.
You know what? I'm just stay home.
Exactly.
Yep. And
you
now
know what I'm saying?
Now you got 12 cats.
And so,
12 cats from not going to the party is wild.
But that is a legit reason people be giving. I ain't going out. I got to stay home, feed my cats.
Yeah.
Feed your cat. These cats are the most low maintenance.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but they're trying to find a reason to deflect and get out of a situation that they know they're going to feel uncomfortable in, because someone made them feel uncomfortable before.
Yeah.
When they were just trying to be themselves and everything. And even if somebody go out there, we've all gone out there and we've been corny, right?
Yeah.
We've done something corny as fuck and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it's you could just pull your homie to the side, hey man, what you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think everybody is so, and this is my last point, and I won't steal the show anymore.
No.
But I think
it's your show. Yeah, we here for you.
I think a lot of people are not used to being human because people put so many of these expectations on people to live one way. My friend, shout out to D. She put this bug in my ear, and then it transpired into an important conversation. Is that nobody is being held accountable for how they make other people feel, but we are also not being held accountable for how we make ourselves feel, right? Because we don't need to make ourselves feel like that, right? We are not just black people, we are humans. So in human nature, it is to enjoy yourself, make something of your life. If making something of your life is in that moment to dance, because this is your first night out and being free from your own detrimental thoughts, then you need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dance, regardless of what's going on in your world. Have a moment of reality. Have a moment of solace. You know what I mean? And just be human. You don't have to be a black person. You don't have to be a white person. You don't have to be the Indian in the room. Be human. Yep. Being human means it's okay if you can't dance. If you can't dance right, if you got 2 left feet, that is fine. There are a lot of things about humans that we cannot change. That is not our fault, right?
I can't help but laugh, bro. I'm a drummer. If I see you off beat, that is not fine, dog. That is not okay, dog.
No.
Who raised you?
There are some things that you can change, right? It's just if you take the time to perfect it, right? But some things, you can't change. Like somebody, a lot of people. I saw this in real time, and this is a legit, real experience. Somebody had autism. And other people didn't know it, right? Obviously, what they gonna do? They laughing at it, right? They talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what is wrong with people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to the gym, right? People don't know that I have a ruined shoulder, so I can't lift heavy weights. Mm-hmm. But everybody want to ask me why I'm so small or why I'm not lifting more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't know what's wrong with me.
I physically
I physically can't. Like, I got to take my time. Mm-hmm. My progression is different. Everybody's time is different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to say that everybody needs to, check themselves first and then allow others to be themselves so we can, take a step forward. Yeah. And I don't want to get into like the black and like how we already oppressed and all of that. It's just as we continue to be humans living in this crazy world that we don't have a way to escape, we need some type of consistent comfortability. Yeah. And we don't have it,
Yeah. We gotta put them phones down. I was talking on our podcast, I think, a couple weeks ago. It was like, what if there was a party or a club that you can safely just lock your phone? Like, you can't have these phones.
Yeah.
You come here, you get a locker or something, you lock it up, there's security, your phone's safe. You go in the party. If you want to get a girl's number,
staring at each other.
You got to write it down on a piece of paper.
We got little short pencils and pieces of paper. If you lose that number, it's like the old. You better get it. You got pens. You better write it on
my hand.
Bro, we had a piece of paper and a pen in our pockets going into the party.
That's it.
Bro,
that's gonna be the party.
I'm telling the girl to write it on my hand.
Mm-hmm. And then you trying to make sure your hand don't sweat, bro.
Like, keep it away from everybody. No, bro, I can't dap you up. Give me an elbow, cuz. Yeah, I need messing this up. Yeah.
But that would be fire because it would kind of force people to put their phones away, live in the moment. It might be a little awkward at first, people kind of standing around, but they'll open up, we'll get back to the natural human, way eventually. And, give it 15, 20 minutes. The right song come on. Like you said, the right song trigger people to really, let that, they not like us come on. And you can't even help it. And now you look up everybody on the dance floor.
Exactly.
Mingling. Do that. Like there ain't no phones in this party, bro.
Yeah.
Don't bring no phones in here. I don't want to see nobody standing in the corner on the phone. Why are you at a party scrolling on Instagram?
Yeah.
I do it sometimes myself.
Yeah, man.
Get active, bro.
Yeah.
What you doing? What you come here for if you just gonna scroll on Twitter? Why? Yeah. For what?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm taking pictures. You don't need to take no pictures.
Exactly, man.
We've taken it. You need another picture of the party? Go be in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better remember this moment.
We did that at the award show. I said no phones.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People lost their mind, bro. I swear to I got talked about.
You thought they said leave an arm at the door.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. I got talked about.
Get it when you come out.
Well, why I can't have my phone? I paid to be here. Why is it such a problem?
Then be here.
Yeah,
why right?
What you need your phone for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't argue with the movie theater when they say turn your phone off.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You paid to be there?
And so, and so
it's people, man.
Yeah,
it's people.
It is.
It's people. It is what it is. I don't want to just blame the internet and social media, but technology came and changed our world, bro.
Yeah.
And we got to work double time to not fall into that trap all the time.
No, for sure.
It's the world we live in now. It's different, but we gotta, I miss the older days. I said they're not partying and dancing like they used to. I would love to kind of get back to that because it did feel free, bro. I remember going into the party and my glasses just fog up. Walk in the room, glasses just fogged up. It's shaking, bro. I ain't been in a party like that in a minute where it was rocking them out. Glasses fogged up?
Man, bro. I'm talking about dancing to your shirt heavy from sweat.
Sweat and everything.
Yeah, bro.
It's low key. It got that stench. Yeah. But you don't care because it's rocking.
Everybody in there.
Remember that in Kent? Like,
Man, parties go crazy, bro.
Party go crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the parties, man. It's summertime. If y'all ain't got out and go to a party, just get out. Get out this summer. That's your homework.
Yep.
Go to a party and go get out in nature. Yeah. Go to the beach, see some water, get out the house, man. Put the phone down. Let the phone die. That's one of my favorite things to do. Let the phone die.
Yeah.
Literally let it die. If you're on 5%, just let it die.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I'm not saying let it leave, stay dead for the whole week, for the whole day. Give it 5-10 minutes, but you're going to be okay.
For sure.
Let the phone die. One dude, I was talking about this the other day. He was like, I didn't pay my phone bill. I was just like, fuck it, man. I didn't even need the phone.
It's like, that ain't the same thing.
No, it's like, chill, bro. Chill.
Hey, the only thing he can do is call 911.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not what I'm talking about. Pay your phone bill.
Right, bro. Put it on Do Not Disturb.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I hate when iPhones just automatically put it on Do Not Disturb and be like, it's your bedtime. I'm like, damn, I ain't even trying to go to bed yet. Yeah. And then I miss a call because it like automatically go to like a dude. I'm like, damn, I'm missing text messages. Hey, this been a fire conversation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro, this was dope, man.
It's
I
been
definitely
fire, man.
needed this, man.
Before we get out of here, anything we want to plug real quick?
Yeah.
You know, if anyone wants to become part of the show, you can definitely contact us. Attend the show, be a part of the show, volunteer for the show at hmaawards.org. And we'll get back to y'all. Just send an inquiry. I can never say that word fast. Just send us something off the website, and we'll get back to y'all. But the last thing I want to plug is that, you know, we will thrive together as long as y'all want to be together. You gotta want to play your role. Learn that you have a role. Everybody can't be in charge or be the boss. There's a role, responsibility,
and that's okay.
And that is perfectly okay. You will get paid for the role that you are built to play. So, yeah.
Yep. Hey, what you got to say, Justin? Anything?
Let me see.
What you got?
Savage Show every Monday.
Every Monday.
All right.
I'm excited for that too, because even though football season is coming on Monday Night Football, we still gonna do the Savage Show on Monday. So we gonna watch the games and kind of just watch the games live, and then we're gonna do our podcast portion during halftime.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
We got July 10th, so that's tomorrow, right?
That is tomorrow.
Yep. Artist live show. Wait, what's that? Only One Juan.
Only One Juan is in the house.
Only One Juan. Shout out.
Next day after that one,
Jock the Don.
Jock the Don.
Yeah.
July 20th, the Indie Media Be Nice Block Party 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
July 27th,
we hosting an open mic.
Friends 2.
Yeah. We're hosting the open mic night at the block party.
Okay.
Not the open mic night, but the open mic portion of the event. They have like a headliner portion with some acts, but there's also an open mic portion with 10 artists. We're gonna host that.
Okay.
And then Kenji and Friends at the end of the month.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
StreamSpace newsletter probably was come out tomorrow.
Okay.
So look out for that one if anybody signed up for the newsletter.
Okay.
You can get send us your emails if you want to get on that, so you can stay up to date with everything we have going on every month.
Okay, for sure.
Hey, this is StreamSpace.
StreamSpace.
Y'all know how we do, man. It's real organic. It's real down to earth. This ain't no bunch of hoopla. You feel me? We just want to give it to you raw. We don't want you to ever have to wonder how people feel. All you got to do is listen to the video. We're going to tell you how we feel.
Yep.
Sure.
My man Deon came in and he laid it out.
Appreciate it.
So tap in.
No, thank you.
He wasn't, hey. My dog.
Appreciate you.
Yes, gonna have this ain't going to be the last time.
I'm coming back.
Yeah. But hey, y'all tap in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe for the video. Share it with everybody. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your auntie. And other than that, we're going to be back.
Yeah.
Peace.
See y'all.